Hey guys, it's Krista and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Inky Fairy Designs. Today we're going to dive into part 2 of using the Stampin' Cut dies in the Gemini FoilPress. So here we have the negative that we got after we die cut and foiled on cardstock. So a lot of times you'll get these beautiful negatives and they're perfect for creating a second card. So I'm showing you here when I have unplugged or taken the platform off and it's cooled down a little bit, your machine will tell you that it's too cool to start foiling. So when it's red on that lowest setting or on any of the settings, you'll see that it's red until it warms up, and then it turns green and it actually beeps at you, which you can't hear because I'm doing a voiceover. That lets you know that it is time to start foiling. So to use the negative, place your foil face down or color side down on the purple warming plate, and then place your cardstock on top. And I put a shim, a paper shim, and then I use the magnetic shim that comes with the Gemini Junior, and then I put the top plate that comes with the FoilPress. I set my time for 15 seconds. As you saw, it counted down and then it beeped and told me it was done. But I found for this technique, when you're using just the foil negatives without the dies or the stamping dies, 20 seconds on that low setting is usually a good time frame for this technique to work. So I've pulled my Gemini Junior into the frame so you can see there is a lip on that plate, that bottom plate, and you want to make sure that none of your shims or that top plate go over that. And you can see, as long as it's all nice and flat, it runs through the Gemini Junior perfectly. And so yeah, 20 seconds and you get this beautiful foiled effect. And I'm just looking for like the release paper, and I end up using my tweezers. That helps me to kind of get that corner, and then I can pull the rest of it off. And it has foiled that negative onto my cardstock. So it's a beautiful focal image. I can use this to create another card, which is what I do. And the foiling is just perfect on there. It's not impressed because we're not doing it with the dies or the stamping dies, but it is totally foiled on there and it's not going anywhere. And I showed you the release paper on the back, and there was like essentially no foil left behind. So this is the Stampin' Cut die that I used to get this, where it die cut and foiled and kind of impressed that foil into the paper. And then this is the negative, where we just foiled on top of the cardstock using basically the remainder, or it's not trash. There's like no trash with this. So you can get two for one using this Stampin' Cut dies that are available. So I decided that I wanted to turn this into a birthday card, and so I have from another set, it's the stamp set, so it's silver, and that's how you can tell the difference between the two. The Stampin' Cut dies are always like this dark pewter gray, and then the stamping dies, like this sentiment I'm using, is a silver. So I don't need it to be on 20 seconds any longer. I moved my timer back down to 10 seconds. And one of the things that I really love about this machine is that we have a grid in the heat area, that purple area. There's a grid, so you can perfectly make sure everything is lined up straight. And then along the top edges and the sides, both sides and both top and bottom, there is a ruler, and it is a center ruler, so the 0 is in the absolute center of that mat. And so this really is helpful when you want to line things up, because you're always putting your stamp and dies on the bottom, and then you're placing your cardstock or whatever you're foiling on top of that. So you can't really eyeball it like on my other machines when I'm just die cutting. It's like the opposite. So those grids are crucial and they are so helpful, and I'm so glad Crafters Companion thought of that, and it helps so much for placement. So now to emboss this sentiment, I started my timer. It's already gone to 0. It beeps. I get my foil paper ready. I put that gold side or color side down over that stamping die. Then I put my cardstock on top, and you can see I'm being really careful, making sure that it's lined up on the grid nice and straight. And then I'm going to put my paper shim on top, and then I can put my top plate, and it's ready to go through the Gemini foil. And what this will do will foil and impress that foil into the cardstock. So it's like a letterpress foiling machine. That's kind of what it reminds me of, or what makes me think of. And every time that I'm not using the machine to foil, I don't have it activated, and that just helps save your hot plate. So you can see it impressed and foiled at the same time. It looks so pretty. It's just an elegant, simple card. And all I've done is used a simple rectangle stitch die cut, put it on a note card, and that is it. It didn't really need anything else with that beautiful foiling. So I hope this video helped you to see how you can use your Stamp and Cut dies, the negatives that you get, because they're all beautiful. You still have that beautiful design, and you can use it on a second project. I hope you are enjoying these videos and learning a little bit more about the Crafters Companion Gemini Foil machine. I am really excited to be using this machine. If you have any techniques or things that you'd like me to try using the machine, just let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to try to get those on here for you. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.